Hello and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. I am your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and with me is... Oh, wait. Actually, Rose the Alien Queen is not with me today due to, scheduling. But I have a special guest here in her place from Fairy Witch 1 and Vickiswiccanworld. We have Vicki.
Hi.
So, real quick, Rose isn't here because she lives in Australia, and with the scheduling, she's going to sleep. I'm waking up. Vicky's eating lunch. So, that's what happened. So, sorry guys. So instead of the Aussie, I have a Brit. Go figure. So, how are you doing tonight, Vicky? Well, this morning and afternoon for you. I'm getting
I'm
confused.
fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm peachy.
Good.
A little tired. So, Vicky,
Yep.
what are we talking about on this podcast today?
We're going to be talking about Wicca.
Wicca.
Yep.
All right. So, for everyone who doesn't know, what is Wicca?
Wicca is a nature-based religion
Now,
that is devised from paganism.
paganism. Paganism is considered beliefs that aren't from the three Abrahamic, like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam.
Exactly.
Okay, look at that. Ooh, I got a brain. Okay, so how long have you been? Well, you said it's religion, so how would I phrase this? How long have you?
Been practicing.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, how long have you been practicing Wicca?
I'd say properly for the last 8 years. Properly practicing.
8 years. Okay, and are there any ups and downs to it?
Sometimes you have to hide it from people. That's the downside.
Oh, okay, because misconceptions, I would say.
Yeah, that's it. But the upside is it's really relaxing and it's just, and what a nice, peaceful religion.
Okay. So can anyone get into Wicca?
Yeah,
So it's open to any and everyone.
yeah.
But what would you say to someone who's interested in it?
I would tell them to start researching it before doing anything. Read all the books they can. See any videos on YouTube. Do as much research as possible. They usually say do a year and a day of research before you dedicate yourself.
Year and a day, that makes sense. And it'll show commitment as well.
Hmm?
Although, what if you do that year and you forget the day?
Exactly, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to be totally honest here.
Yep.
I've heard of Wicca before. I didn't exactly know what it was. I just like, oh, okay. What introduced me to it? It was an old movie called The Craft.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, that's what did it. And then it came out when I was fairly young, and I forgot about it for a while. And of all things to get me back into researching it just a wee bit,
Mm-hmm.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. And I remember it was a movie, and I remember it very fondly because they would not shut up about it. It was like, oh, she's a witch, but you're a Wiccan. You can do it.
Yeah.
You're a Wiccan. So, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. What is it? So, are there differences between witches and Wiccans, or is it an interchangeable word?
It's an interchangeable word. A lot of Wiccans and pagans class themselves as witches.
Okay, and when you say a witch, you're not talking about the Wicked Witch of the West or nothing.
No,
You
we
know,
don't fly around on broomsticks.
that's a shame.
I know, it looks so much fun.
So, okay, so don't think Witch of the West. Don't think Hocus Pocus, which I love that movie, but
I do.
don't think of that. Think of a normal person who may or may not understand how nature works better than most.
Exactly.
And the other thing too is the look of Wiccans. This kind of threw me to a loop because you look nothing like how I pictured practitioners to look like. Whenever I think of that, thanks to some movies and stuff, I always think of like goth looking, dark hair, nose rings, something, just weird little necklaces and all that. But no, you're a pretty attractive blonde. So what's going on there?
I do like the gothic style, but I wouldn't say I'd wear it a lot. If people do look on YouTube and search for Wicca, you do find a lot of people that do dress in that way. I think it's because the colour black feels more secure to them, but it doesn't really matter how you dress as a Wiccan, because originally Wiccans used to just be naked.
Oh.
Yeah. Hundreds of years ago, when they practiced it, they would be naked in practice.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah.
I am missing out. You see, that right there just... I'm such a perv. Okay. So, I did not know that. Okay, anyway. So your look, it doesn't really matter. It's just a personal preference type thing. Would you say, though, that movies have had an influence on creating the type of stereotypical look that people may think they should have?
Definitely. 100%.
But you heard it here first. It doesn't matter. Dressing in black isn't gonna boost you up or nothing. But it could be a security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Batman wears black, and he's awesome, so go for it. Now, so one of the other big questions about Wicca is, it's connected to the devil.
No.
Oh, just right off the bat, no.
No, definitely not. We're not Satanists, so we don't deal with the devil.
Okay, so, and
we don't believe in the devil.
Really?
Yeah, I think where that comes from is in practice, when you've got the god and the goddess, the god is pictured as a horned god.
Okay.
Which is basically like deer antlers. So I think that's where that's come from, because if people have seen like some people's altars, they'll have the goddess statue on one side and the horned god on the other, which is basically like a man with like deer or reindeer type antlers.
Okay. That's new to me. It almost kind of sounds like a Krampus. I mean, not trying to be insulting or nothing. But, wow, you know, in voodoo, they actually don't have a devil either.
No.
So that's very interesting. So there you go. It has... Satan isn't involved. It's just a giant misconception.
Yeah.
Which still carries on, and it doesn't help with the pentagram, because people say it's a symbol of the devil.
Yeah, they do. All the time.
So what is that thing? What's up with that?
We use it to represent the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, and it helps with energies during rituals.
Oh, okay. Wow, I learned something new again. I had no idea, because, and this is my own failure to research, you know, I'm thinking it's used to keep sometimes unwanted spirits in check, or like to keep them from running amok and stuff. And part of that comes from research on me just looking at too much different things and getting mixed up, and the other part comes from Supernatural. So
yeah,
I love that show, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, you're a fan.
Yeah, just started watching it.
Oh, good. Excellent show. Anyone who's listening, definitely check out Supernatural. I would recommend seeing it from season 1 just so you could get the full story. But personally, I feel that season 4 and 5 are the best ones.
I'll have to catch up.
Yeah, so I know I'm getting off topic. You know, the Winchester Bros, they're to die for, man. So, also with Wicca, you guys, I say you guys, there are covens, right?
Yes.
And what is a coven?
It will be, a coven is a group of witches and pagans or Wiccans. They'll have a priest and a priestess. They'll be the highest ranking in the coven, and they'll teach people. They'll teach the coven things. They'll do rituals together and study and learn together.
So it's pretty much a community and get together, learn different things.
Yeah, but in a coven, they cannot tell any outsiders what they learn within that coven.
Oh, you must not be in a coven.
No.
Okay, because yeah,
you get shunned if you do.
Okay, so no knock at your doors.
No.
All right, good. That is good to hear. So in a way, it's kind of like protecting your beliefs by keeping it within the circle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so with you, like, how did you get into Wicca? Like, what prompted you to learn about it and decide to practice it?
I first read about it in an English girls magazine called Miss. They had a section on a teenage witch, which was really interesting. I was about 12 then. But when I was 13, my dad passed away, and I lost faith in Christianity. I thought to myself, if there's a God out there, and he's supposed to be brilliant at everything, why did he take him away? So I completely lost faith, and Wicca drew me to it because I found comfort in it.
Okay, so it was, well, yeah, like you said, you're looking for something. It came to you. I'm not sure what I would class myself with religions. I'm borderline atheist sometimes, but then other times I'll say, I believe everything's real. It's just same thing, different stories.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it most of the time. Although I do have a slight grudge against Christianity, but you know, that's the chip that's on my shoulder for various reasons. So, since practicing Wicca, have you noticed the change in yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I feel more at peace with everything. I was able to come to more terms with my dad's death.
Okay. And in Wicca, is there an afterlife or reincarnation?
I actually do believe in reincarnation, but I also believe that the souls go to another plane when they are waiting for reincarnation.
Okay.
Because I believe in the theory of old souls.
Okay. Can you explain what that is real quick?
Old souls is basically that certain people have lived in the life before, so they have been here in this once before. So, like, for example, I could have had a past life in the Victorian time, passed away, and then been reborn in this time. Okay. There are certain people that can remember weird things from past lives.
Okay. Rose, she is a believer in past lives and reincarnations. I am too, but she goes to a different degree.
Yeah.
And she believes she's had quite a few past lives. I mean, I'm pretty sure almost everyone on here on this planet has. You know, I don't. But then, would you say that there are also new spirits?
Yes.
Okay. I would ask, so how are they made? But I don't think you would know that.
No.
Unfortunately. But it is interesting with the reincarnation of past lives and all that. And it gives you, it's a thinking, it's a something to think about and discuss with. You know, it's a good speaking topic.
Definitely.
So, do you have any memories of your past lives?
I only have one, and it was quite a vivid one. I was a servant in a Victorian household.
Okay.
Whereas a young girl, but that's as far as I could go.
Hey, that's better than most.
Hmm.
Better than me, anyway. I get a black screen.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that's not good.
No.
But so Victorian era. So I guess you were always European.
Yeah.
Shame. I'm joking. No, I am. I'm honestly joking. I would never say something like that and mean it. So, with Wicca, has it? Again, I'm trying to think of the way to phrase the question. With Wicca, you said that it helped you understand things a bit more and calm down some and accept your father's passing.
Yes.
Has it also made you to the point to realize that it's more to life than just working, paying bills, and to relax and enjoy it a lot more?
Yes.
So, and is it from just because it is dealing a lot with nature? Is it because you're just more active with nature?
Definitely.
I really need to look into it because that's what I need. I need to mellow out. Okay, so this is a weird question, but is there any drug use involved with Wicca?
No.
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 Okay, so no getting high off of what do you call marijuana or nothing like that.
Not at all.
Okay, so good. You're all clean.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rose. Okay.
There are probably Wiccans out there that do smoke pot, but
you're not one of them.
No.
Don't worry, I'm not either. I mean, I'm not a Wiccan, but I don't smoke pot. So
No.
I'm just 100% crazy on my own. Okay, so I did do some light research, and I came across this, something called a Wiccan name. What is that? A Wiccan name?
Some people choose to use a different name while in practice. It's like their connection, this name, but I've never chose a Wiccan name.
Okay, so is it something you choose, or is it something that you associate with and it comes to you, or?
It comes to you.
Okay.
People do meditation rituals to find their Wiccan name.
Okay, so, and you said that you don't have yours just yet.
No.
That's interesting. So does that name give you power, or
I think it keeps more of a secrecy as well. So if they're writing in a book of shadows and they use their Wiccan name, then if the book is found, then no one will associate it with that person. So it's like going back to like the witch trial times.
Okay.
As well.
Okay, so I assume you're not talking about the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, it can go back that far, yeah.
Okay, so, because I know in England, you guys had some stuff pop off.
We had trials in Pendle. They were called the Pendle Hill Witch Trials.
Pendle Hill Witch Trials.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just wrote that down. I'm going to read up on that.
I think they hung about 5 girls there.
Oh. Just because they were possibly practicing something that was not norm at the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's still, it's still not considered the normal now, so.
Mm.
Which is sad, let people do their thing. You're not hurting anyone.
Exactly.
Okay, so you also mentioned Book of Shadows.
Yes.
Aside from sounding pretty evil, what is that? Because it probably isn't evil at all.
No, the Book of Shadows is basically a book where we put all our research and spells and rituals in so that we can keep a record of what we've done and then pass it down.
Oh, like a grimoire.
Yeah, exactly the same as a grimoire.
Oh, okay. See, look at that. Simple. That's
Yeah.
an awesome name, though. Book of Shadows. It sounds like something that needs to be in Harry Potter almost.
Exactly.
So I really like that name. The Book of Shadows. I'm gonna steal it and use it for something. I like that. So the so the Book of Shadows, like a grimoire, pass it down for other generations. Maybe they'll learn something.
Yeah.
And he said that do you write in it every day or every other day?
I only write in it now when I'm doing rituals or I've learnt some new information.
Okay, so what is a ritual? What happens with those?
Rituals usually start off, well, the most common rituals that are done are usually on a full moon because we celebrate the full moon.
Okay.
We'll cast a circle and we can do anything. Usually I do my rituals and meditation based and knowledge seeking.
Okay, so seeker of knowledge. Vicki, the seeker of knowledge. I like that too. And if it's too personal of a question, you don't have to answer, but like what type of knowledge do you seek out?
Basically knowledge of what to do in my life.
Oh, so would it be like a premonition almost?
Yeah, something like that. Trying to get like guidance on what to do.
Okay.
And knowledge on how to do that.
Okay. Well, yeah, it sounds similar to a premonition, but you don't go into a trance or anything, right?
No.
Okay, so nothing like that, because some Native American beliefs over here, they will go into a sweat lodge and you're in there for a while and kind of get dizzy and hallucinate a little bit, and sometimes you'll go into a trance and you'll see your spirit guide or some type of guide. It could even be yourself.
Yeah.
And you get the knowledge that you need. You'll have an epiphany, and it's like, oh, so okay. But yours is a bit different. You're not trancing out. You're still there. You're connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to you, is it like it's like a vision?
I do what usually happens is I'll do the ritual and then it'll be like I'll have signs. Little things like signs showing up to guide me in that way.
Okay. So, it will probably be more so things that you would notice, but someone else wouldn't. Like a squirrel running by when it's like, oh, look at that. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't do it naked, do you?
No.
Okay. So, darn, you broke the tradition.
Yeah.
All right. I just curious. I know I'm silly. Okay, so another big part of Wicca is spells.
Yeah.
And again, when I say spells, you guys don't think of Harry Potter. Don't think of of anything from Disney for the most part. Don't think of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
No.
You know, so what are these spells? Because I'm sure you're not over a pot, stirring it, adding Eye of Newt or anything like that.
We do have cauldrons. We can add things in the cauldron.
And suddenly I stand corrected. Wait a second. Please tell me more about the cauldron. You got me interested in that a lot now.
Yeah, you can do spells with cauldrons. What you're adding more like natural herbs into it.
Okay.
But no Eye of Newt or frog's legs or rat's tails.
Okay. So do you drink it? What you add in there?
No. Usually you just burn. You use it like as a pot to burn things.
Okay.
So when I've done rituals before now, I'll most of the time I will burn either a homemade incense in it and then burn a piece of paper with the spell wrote on, and then burn that in the cauldron.
Okay, so I didn't know you guys actually had cauldrons, but I suppose it's a little truth to everything, no matter what it is. So, but again, like you said, no Eye of Newt, no frog's legs, none of the fun stuff.
No.
So what else with the spells? Because in voodoo there's a misconception. Well, it gets split up. You have voodoo and you have hoodoo. Which let me plug this real quick. Rose and I, we actually did a voodoo recording, but unfortunately it was completely the audio got corrupted somehow, and we're gonna have to re-record everything, and we have a lot of information in there. But anyway, it's a mix with voodoo and hoodoo is just the magic, and it's a lot of nonsense with that, and with the voodoo dolls and stuff. And I lost the point I was going to. Well, you guys don't have voodoo dolls, do you, or something similar?
Something similar. People do use poppets.
What are those?
They look a bit like a voodoo doll, but they contain just herbs.
Okay. And I'm assuming it's not meant to curse someone.
Not at all.
Okay, because voodoo dolls, that's one of the misconceptions. They think it's for cursing people, or, you know, you stick a pin in it and it's supposed to hurt the other guy, and it doesn't. It's just for holding hair and picture in place.
Yeah.
So, okay, so with some of the other spells that you do, you like, and this actually is gonna bring me to a question Rose had, but are there curses?
I have known of people doing curses, but I've never ever looked into them.
Okay, so would you say that there is black and white magic?
It depends. People classify them differently, but it's the intention someone uses. So you could do one spell as with a good intention, but people could do it with the bad intention, and that's where it comes black and white magic. Okay,
so what exactly is the difference, if you can explain?
The difference is I could do one spell to help someone find love, but the black magic would be that person doing the same spell for themselves.
Okay.
Because you can't do really spells that are self-gain.
Okay, and you have a story about that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Care to share?
I'll do that. I did a spell last year to get some more money into my life, and I did this spell and all was fine, and it was a couple of months later and I got into a bit of a car crash and ended up off work for 2 weeks with whiplash and a ruined car, but I ended up with money. But I ended up injured at the same time.
Yeah. Not exactly the outcome that you wanted.
No.
Yeah, so it could have been a bit different. But saying that, though, I'm assuming at the time you really needed it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of get a little miffed because
Yeah.
it's like, could you really call this self-gain if it's something that you really need in order to survive and live versus something you want just to have and get a new game, a video game or something?
Yeah.
So, but I guess it's black and white. Either you do or you don't. No gray
Yeah.
areas. So, but I
Yeah.
am happy you're okay.
I'm fine.
So yeah, no self-gain.
No.
You guys got that. So definitely if you're going to look into it, and someone out there, they try to do a little something, get a little extra loving or some money,
Yeah.
it's going to backfire.
Always.
I mean, you might get it, but something's going to go wrong.
Exactly.
So, would you be able to do a spell on me?
I would need a picture of you.
Well, this is the digital age. Would if I emailed you one, would that work?
Yeah.
You know what? I am gonna do something unprecedented. I am gonna open myself up. If you're okay with this, like,
Yeah.
and I will send you a picture and everything, and you do whatever you do. Just don't like make my butt get bigger or something.
Okay.
And yeah, so we could talk about more of that when
Yeah.
we're done recording. But yes, so for the interest of unexplained possibilities and just experiencing something that is probably unusual that 90% of us will never experience, I'm gonna take one for the team.
Okie dokie.
So what it is I'm going to ask you for, I have no clue. So,
Have a think, and I'll see what I can do.
yeah, so I'll let you be the judge. So the other thing with the spells that I'm curious about is the love spells, because I always hear that you can't force someone to fall in love. Like you can't find love or force it upon a person.
No.
So is that just for like bending fate and maybe having two people meet or attracting, for instance, if I'm a guy and I say, can you do this love spell, and you do it, and it's not necessarily to attract your one true love, but attract a lot of women? Is that how it works? Like,
I've only ever done one spell for a friend, but because I don't like the idea of love spells at all, because in my mind it'd be a case of if you're going to fall in love, you're going to want it to be like real,
yeah.
and you wouldn't know if it was real. I've done more like a confidence spell to help that person be more confident around the opposite sex,
Okay.
so that he gained the confidence to actually speak to them.
Yeah, speak to your crush and everything.
Yeah.
That is actually really good. I like that.
Yeah.
And on your channel, Vickiswiccanworld, you also talked about doing spells for helping out younger people who are struggling, not struggling, but they might be nervous about a test in school.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Which is different because I visited a few other YouTube channels that discuss Wicca and magic and
Yeah.
a few other things, and they don't do that
No.
at all. So why do you?
I just feel sometimes that the younger Wiccans and the people learning can get ideas from what I'm telling them, and then they can adapt.
Okay, so that's really cool that you do that. Well, we're about the same age, so I was gonna say, boy, I wish you were around when I was in school, but yeah, we're about the same age, so it doesn't matter. Unfortunately. Seriously though, where were you when I was in school? Okay. Oh, you know what? I just looked at my notes here. The oh, Melvin, come on, don't have a mind fart now. Not when we're recording. Not now. Especially that I looked at my notes. when you were talking about receiving, and again, I'm just, for lack of a better word, the type of premonition thing, is that
Yeah.
called Wiccan perception?
No.
Oh, okay. My notes have failed me. Do you know what Wiccan perception is?
I've not really looked into Wiccan perception, if I'm honest.
Okay. Well, someone needs to get punched because they lied to me. And I have this like written in red, so I must have been really interested in it. So let's just cross you out. Wiccan perception, you suck. Okay, so since we're still talking about spells somewhat, are there any spells that can protect you from someone wishing you harm?
I use not a spell, but I use black salt to protect me from anyone to do me harm.
Black salt, and we spoke a little about this the other week. So what is black salt?
Black salt is a mixture of herbs and normal salt, and I use it to sprinkle around the doors to all my house, so no negative spirits come in. I also sprinkle on myself if I'm going into a situation where I feel as though I could be threatened by someone. So I always carry a pouch with me.
Okay, so how do you make this? This is something I want to know.
Okay, black salt. I usually use a mixture of herbs, which is usually marshmallow root, lavender, bay leaf, and a clove, and I grind that in a pestle and mortar.
Okay.
Then I use a charcoal disc and my cauldron. So I light the charcoal disc on fire, make sure it's nice and hot, and I'll put my herbs on. And then I'll let them burn and go black. Then once that's all burnt and black, I will then crush everything again in the pestle and mortar, including the leftover charcoal disc, and thinking of my intentions of what I want the salt to do. And then I'll start adding normal sea salt in slowly, and then that's it.
Okay. That sounds simple enough. So,
Very simple.
And it will help protect you from harmful things. And okay. And
Yeah.
what about, will it help with harmful spirits?
It stops them entering the home.
Okay, so because
So if it's sprinkled at the doorsteps of all your doors leading out of the house, then it protects the home. Bit like sage.
Sage, I know that that clears everything of negative energies.
Yeah.
So sage, that's used all throughout the world and just so many different beliefs. So it's definitely, I would say that's one of the true things to use. So to just cleanse yourself of bad energies, your home, car.
Yeah.
So now with your beliefs, like you said that you worship a goddess, correct? Who is she?
Yes. Her name is Hecate.
And you told me that she was Egyptian, right?
Yeah, you can find her in a lot of the religions, a lot of faiths as well. She comes in different forms.
So can you tell us a little bit about her?
I can. I had some notes.
Awesome.
Okay. She's classed as the dark goddess of the moon. She's mainly known, as well as the Egyptian, she's mainly known as the Greek goddess. She used to walk the roads of ancient Greece, accompanied by sacred dogs and bearing a blazing torch. Occasionally she'd stop to gather offerings left by her devoted, where she'll be most found by a crossroad, so 3 roads. She's classed as a threefold goddess because some of her statues you'll see her with 3 faces, which will be the mother, maiden, and the crone. And she can look 3 ways at once as well with that at the crossroads.
That's pretty nifty.
While she walks, she gathered the offerings to eat. People have suppers to honour her in Greece. They used to have temples as well for her, but there aren't many anymore.
Okay, so I guess just over time.
Yeah. And this is where it's some scholars say that Hecate was not originally Greek, her worship having travelled south from Thracian homeland. And some others say, like I said they were Greek and Egyptian. There's a bit of a legend about her as well. That with Personifer, they claim Personifer was abducted and later resided with Hades, and Hecate rescued her apparently.
Oh, okay. I actually know a version of that story. Although we usually call her Persephone in the States, but since you're European, I'm assuming your pronunciation's correct. Except for how you guys say jaguar. That is not correct, because there's no native jaguars in England, so it's not jaguar, it's jaguar. So wow, she's interesting, especially with the three-headed thing, because 3 is a very significant number in a lot of beliefs.
It is.
And it can also possibly represent past, present, and future, correct?
That's right. It can indeed.
So she's very interesting, and I have been doing a little bit of research about her.
Excellent.
So just a little bit, trying to understand her a bit better. And how did you come to worship her?
I don't know. I was doing some research on the god and goddesses, but every time I clicked on a page, she'd be the first one that came up. And yeah, I was just drawn to her every time.
So it's more like she came at you. It's like, hey, here I am. Believe me, you and I, we have a connection.
Exactly.
Oh dear, what does that say about me? Because something else pops up for me. It's not good either. Okay, so that's really cool. And anyone who's listening, I strongly stress that you really should research this. It's such an awesome topic, and you need to get rid of a lot of the misconceptions of it. Just going over the list real quick. You're not devil worshippers.
No.
You don't do spells like bibbity bobbity boo.
No.
Do you have a magic wand? Oh, you
yes.
do. How does that work?
When it comes to like full moons, it's a way of drawing down energy.
Okay.
And helps to cast a circle as well.
Okay, so it's like a focusing tool. So, but you're not going to shoot lightning out of it. Okay, and you don't have a green face and a long nose.
No.
Nothing like that. Like I said, you guys, you can see her on her channels, and she's quite attractive. So, I don't want your fiance to punch me. I mean that. I mean that in the most platonic way as possible. So, and pentagrams. You went on a rant, and it was a while ago now, about an upside down pentagram.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
I can't remember what I said last time. I went on a big rant.
I believe, because I looked at this recently because I found it so funny. I mean, it was funny. You were upset. It was a teenager, and she was trying to grow vampire fangs or something, or wolf fangs. And you notice she had an upside down pentagram in the back, and you just like, it's upside down. Who uses an upside down pentagram? It's upside. Forgive my horrid accent, but you know.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So pentagrams are not supposed to be upside down. I'm assuming that you have this little side points, and then you have that one particular point that's going up.
You do, yeah.
And that's the correct way.
Yeah, that's the correct way.
Okay. So.
I remember
that. Yeah, so get your pentagrams right, or Vicky's gonna yell at you.
Definitely.
And are you familiar with the 5 basic beliefs?
Do you know what? I probably am, but I can't remember.
Oh, you're having a mind fog. It rubbed off.
Yeah,
on
it definitely has.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was hoping to give you some good stuff, but no, you got the negative. Oh. A couple more questions, because I know you have to go soon. So, a couple more quick questions. And some of these are from Rose.
Yep.
And one of them is being a witch expensive?
No.
And what do you need to become a Wiccan?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. That's simple.
Because most of the time you can gather things from nature, so you could set up an altar with things you find in nature.
Okay, that was going to be the next question. Like, what are the altars for, and can you create one from nature?
Yeah, you can create one from nature. It's very simple. I think the only things you'd need on it is probably a bowl and candles. The rest can be found in nature. Like on mine, I have acorns, pine cones, seashells.
Ooh, seashells.
Yeah, pieces of wood. So it's like the seashells can represent the water.
Okay.
Feathers represent air. Then I've got the pine cones representing earth. The candles for fire.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. And so, with the altars, what do you do on them? Do you just pray or give thanks?
We do pray with the altars, and we'll give offerings on the altars, and we'll also have them for ritual as well, because we'll have them in the center of our circle when we do a ritual.
Okay. So that's what they're for. So like basically other altars, because it's similar in voodoo with their altars. They'll pray and give offerings and that type of stuff. And they'll whatever law they're worshiping, they'll have their favorite offerings around it, which is usually rum and a cigar.
Yeah.
So yeah, they like to drink in voodoo a lot. Okay, so this is a weird question, but it's an interesting one. But is there a different name for male Wiccans?
No.
So, Wiccan is universal. It is gender neutral.
Yeah. I think if men want to call themselves either warlocks or whatever, but usually it's just the same. Everyone's a Wiccan.
Okay, although warlock sounds
Yeah.
cooler. You know, just from a guy's perspective, you know, it's like, oh yeah, warlock. Ooh, I feel tough. Do you need a teacher or mentor?
If you're in a coven, you'll have the high priest and the priestess to teach you, but if you're doing it on your own, no.
Okay, so, and if you are on your own, what would you say is the best place to learn about Wicca?
Books and the internet.
Oh, you can't beat the
No.
internet. Although, don't go to the dark place. There's there's some stuff.
Definitely.
And I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, yes. The broom closet.
Yeah.
And again, we spoke about this.
We did.
But what is the broom closet?
The way I can explain it best, it's basically if you are gay and you haven't told anyone, then you're classed as being in the closet. So it's a similar thing to that. So if no one knows that you are a Wiccan, then you're classed as being in the broom closet. Because technically the old saying is witches ride brooms, so we're stuck in the broom closet if we haven't told anyone.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're out of the broom closet.
Yeah.
And how do you tell your family about this, you know? Because I know it has to be tough.
It's a bit scary, but I think with me, my mum found me stuff before I could tell her.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's even worse.
But telling my partner, he wasn't bothered. He just said, as long as you don't involve me, you can do what you want.
Okay, so no spells on him or nothing. Nope. He's like, whatever, you do yours, I'll do mine.
Exactly. But
and
I have seen a lot of horror stories on like Facebook or on YouTube where people have been disowned by their family.
Oh.
Which is horrible to think that could happen.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's pretty messed up. So, what would you tell someone who wants to tell their family but they are afraid?
Me personally now, I'd slowly start telling them, like, just mentioning it, like, that you've been researching this and you're a bit confused on your religion and you want to go down different paths and see what you want to do. But I think you've got to really judge what you know of your family.
Okay, so, and, you know, sometimes it is a bit harder with very religious families who are devout, you know, not necessarily Christians. I know it sounds like I'm picking on Christians, but I'm just saying that because in the U.S. we're more than anything a Christian nation, even though they don't like to admit it, but we are.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just some stupid stuff that people believe in. You know, I don't care if I'm insulting anyone right now because some of it's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only way to put it. If you really think that God is going to turn his back on someone because they have a different belief of worshiping, like, really? What kind of God is that? I don't want him as a God, then. You could keep him.
Exactly.
So, and I could see how it would be hard coming out to your family and things of that nature. But, yeah, like you said, a little at a time, say you're confused and you're interested, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can only imagine some of the horror stories.
Yeah, there's been some.
But I want to end on a positive note. So, I don't know what to end on, though. That's the problem. So, Vicky, I leave it to you.
Oh, I don't know what to end on, but I'll give a suggestion to people. So, there are some websites out there that don't teach Wicca properly. It's best to probably watch YouTube videos to start with and get the advice of people on there, because there's a lot of good YouTubers that know what they're talking about better than a lot of other things. So I'd go onto YouTube first if you're ever interested.
And, of course, when you go on, check out Vickiswiccanworld.
Yeah, definitely.
She should be numero uno. And I mentioned your other channel early, Fairy Witch 1. And the reason why I forgot to go over some of it, but, you know, that's a discussion for another time anyway. But you are, you have a belief in fairies, correct?
A big belief.
And the fairies, because you've interacted with some, right? And the fairies that you're interacting with, they're different from the Disney fairies. I'm sorry, it's not Tinkerbell.
No, definitely not Tinkerbell.
You know, and I hope to get into that, you know, another time if you want to come back on the show.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, yay! And we could discuss some of the more questionable people giving advice with fairies.
Yes.
And I will say this, please don't make homemade fairy
No.
dust. Don't ingest it, don't make it, don't even think about it.
Don't do that.
So, but again, that's a topic for another time.
Definitely.
So, do you have a Facebook page?
I do. But I don't have one for my channels, I just have my personal one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't get that, sorry.
I'm on Instagram though.
Oh, Instagram? What is that?
My Instagram is... Oh, I've forgotten. It's... I think it's Fairy Witch. I'll tell you now. I forgot.
Oh, we're professional here.
It's Fairy Witch _ Ice Sparkle.
Okay, and of course your YouTube pages are Vickiswiccanworld and Fairy Witch 1. And if you're actually interested in learning how to cook or doing a couple of cooking things or little oddities from Japan and such, definitely check out Ice Sparkle. It's okay if I mention that, right? Okay, because I can edit it out. But okay, yes, definitely check out Ice Sparkle. I like that channel.
Thank you.
And, you know, you kind of get to know Vicky on a more personal level.
Thank you.
If that makes sense. So, there you have it. And please check out Unexplained Possibilities Facebook page at www.facebook.com/unexplainedpossibilities. And with that said, Vicky, thank you so much for coming on.
No trouble. I'll come on.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. All right, guys. And as you know, there are things that go bump in the night. Remember to say hi. Bye.